Hello and welcome to another instalment of Monday Brews and Views. Missed last week. I'll be honest with you, the topic I thought I need to spend a little bit more time on it because it's the 12 commitments of real men, and the topic for this week was being a good parent. Now, might surprise you, but I don't claim to be the world's best parent. However, it is work in progress. It's something that we work on I work on a regular basis, and it's something that it's on the job training a lot of the time. So what I find is, again, I didn't have, no disrespect to my parents, but I didn't have the greatest parents. However, I'm learning and to try to be better. So I come with you today to give you some details about committing to being a good parent at whatever stage you are in your journey as a parent. So just wanted to go over a couple of things before we do that. Is you need to be aware of that we're not raising children, we're creating adults. So let that sink in a little moment there. We're not raising children, we are creating adults. So they are children for a small amount of time, but however, we are creating them, we are feeding them with the details that they need in order to be creating, to live in the world as an adult. So with that in mind, and we're raising our children, we need to have the end goal in mind, such as values, morals, good with money, responsible, and also respectful. One thing that stood out to me is that if you do all those things right from the beginning, early on, good kids do not move back home. I think I've moved back home about 4 or 5 times, maybe more than that, who knows. But if you instill all those values and morals and educating your kids well, they won't need to fall back on you again. So I'm going to give you some steps that are going to help us to be better parents. Okay, starting with number 1, communication. Now, you have to help teach your children how to articulate, how to communicate with others of different levels, adults, children, teenagers, all that sort of thing. But they need to be able to do that without the and then responding with one of my favourites that here around the house is, I don't know. So being able to articulate the feelings, thoughts, values and wishes. Also, when you're committing to being a good parent, you need to be able to show unconditional love to your child. And that needs to be demonstrated in many ways. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you just do that regardless, but what it means is that you will do that in different ways, verbally, and also by showing affection as well. Expectations. So as a parent, you should be sort of setting those expectations with your own children, and that they should know where the boundaries are. What is it that you expect from them? What sort of behaviour you expect from them? As etiquette in a way, depending on where they are, right? So set those up quite well. And so that's number 4. Number 3. Number 4 is to be I've got it written down here now. Is to be. I'll come back to that one. Number 5. Oh yeah, I just read my writing. It's to be involved. So what you want to do is to be involved with your children in what they're doing. And that also doesn't necessarily mean you have to be with them, although that is a massive part of that. But you should then be involved in what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, and so you should know who their friends are, where they go, that sort of thing, and do different things with them. Lastly is educate them in life, educate them in discipline, educate them in things that they're not necessarily going to learn in school. How to cook, how to manage money, how to invest money, how to save money, all that sort of stuff. And also remember, last but not least, this is not a democracy. Parenthood is not a democracy, it's a monarchy. King and queen, princes, prince and princesses, and all the subordinates underneath all of that. So make sure that you apply that so everybody then understands exactly where they are and that they respect where they're at. Okay, thank you for tuning in. See you next time.